Live. Hold on one more second. There we go. Facebook was first today, then YouTube. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. Carolyn Soldo here. Welcome back to our 5-day business scaling workshop. I have a ponytail for you today, where we are going live every single day this week, 3 p.m. Eastern time on YouTube and also on my Facebook page to show you our best steps and strategies to scale your coaching or consulting business to that next big level. And this is day 4, and all this week we've already shared some amazing information. And thank you all so much for this great feedback, for showing up here every single day. I feel really supported, and the feedback has just been incredible. And I get that you guys are really enjoying this, which is really what we want. We want this to be super, super impactful for you. And help you grow your business. What we specialize in is helping coaches and consultants grow their business, grow it to your first 10K, grow it to your next 20,000, and then consistent monthly income to where your business hits the 7-figure mark and then multiple 7 figures. So really creating a multi-million-dollar coaching business. And if you think that's not possible for you, think again, because today I want to talk to you about quantum leaps. And this idea of making a quantum leap is really nothing new, in this world. But if you don't know what it means, to me, making a quantum leap really means accomplishing something that you never thought possible, right? Something that is so big, that is so incredible, so outside of your, realm of what you think is possible, that you may not be sharing it with someone, that you may not really believe it's possible for you, that you think, oh my God, this is scary, right? It's crazy. It's so big. And today I want to talk to you about how to make that happen. But to go back to your business, coaching and consulting is a field where, first of all, this is growing like nothing else. There are so many people coming into our field, and it's a huge, huge opportunity. You see new coaches coming into our space almost every single week in all different fields, new relationship coaches, new business coaches, new leadership coaches, mindset people. And they do that because, well, number one, it's really easy to start a business. So by easy, I mean there's no upfront investment. You don't need an office space. You don't need to buy furniture. You don't need to buy or rent a space somewhere. You can literally be at home and do all this from your laptop, right? And that's all you need. And it's also something where you don't have to make products. So there's no factories. You don't have to actually produce anything, right? It's something that is already in your mind, in your heart, in your soul, and you can literally serve people. And also, lastly, most importantly, maybe coaching and consulting is in an industry where you can command premium prices. So you can go out there with programs that are pretty high priced compared to many other industries where it's more, on a mass scale, where it's lower prices. But for someone, even if you're a new coach, you can start with a package that's $2-3 grand. That needs to be, well designed, of course, with your signature system and good branding, and absolutely get results for people. But that's what you can do as a coach. And there's not very many industries where you can do that nowadays, right? So it's a really, really exciting time. And that's why we are so thrilled for all of you who are here, because we know what's possible for you. So if you're just joining us today for the first time, you missed a couple of things, but don't worry, we have a replay page. And if you're already signed up for the challenge, every day we send an email with a replay link. If you're not signed up, sign yourself up, or you can find the replays on our YouTube channel or also on my Facebook page. So there's a couple different ways for you to get the information. Day 1 was all about your biggest blocks, right? And what's preventing your business from growing right now, and how to make it much easier for you, right? Why your business isn't growing as much as it could, so that you can prevent those blocks and remove them. So that was day number 1. Day number 2 was all about our 4-step marketing campaign. And that was really, really exciting, because we talked about confetti, we talked about the funnel machine behind it, and I showed you the actual math, like actual hands-on math for making $40,000 per month, as an example, in your coaching or consulting business. So if you missed day number 2, definitely go back there. And then yesterday, we talked all about the elegant energy of sales. where we said, forget about closing, forget about being harsh with people. Let's talk about how we can make this into a joyful, exciting, good feeling process for selling and enrolling people into our program. So we did lots of mindset training and a little bit of tactical training yesterday, all around the idea of selling and enrolling the perfect fit clients into your business. So today, I want to get a little bit woo-woo on you. And this is such a strange word. When I first came to this country, when people said woo-woo, I said, what the hell is woo-woo? What is this? What does that even mean? And then I learned woo-woo means spiritual somehow, or weird, or magical, right? And it sounds really cute when you say it, so I like saying it. But usually I am not that spiritual with you guys, because I am very grounded in strategy. I'm very grounded in systems and steps and plans and spreadsheets. But to be honest with you, a huge piece of my success has been mindset. And not just, psychology and that kind of thing, but it has literally been magic. It has been, what you would call the law of attraction, what you would call, creating through your mind, through your thoughts, through your vibration, through your emotion. And whether you are someone who's really spiritual and you love this stuff, or you're someone who says that's all mumbo jumbo, I don't believe it, leave me alone, it doesn't matter, because there's proven information. There are facts out there, and people who are researching this, quantum physics and things where you can actually find proof that this exists. And if anything, you as a business owner, even if you're super scientific and you're the engineer type and you're an accountant and you say, leave me alone with this stuff, I need numbers and facts, you still need to make sure that your mindset as a business owner is in a really good space. Right? And so even if you're, not woo-woo and not law of attraction based, you still need to be someone who can stay positive, high vibe, in positive expectation, so that you can be inspiring, so that you can feel good and you can push through. So what I'm telling you is that no matter what type of person you are, you need to be able to impact, influence, and maintain a really healthy mind and perspective on your business and your life to be able to do this, because otherwise it will not work. The strategy only takes you so far, right? And even the strategy won't work for you if you're not in the right, state of mind, because you won't be applying it the right way, and it will just not work. So today I want to talk about the woo-woo stuff with you, the spiritual stuff, and quantum leaps that you can make in your business and achieve things that you never thought possible, that are so big. And I'll give you an actual example of my business. And I actually have many of them, but one in particular, I'll show you an example today. And show you how super successful people, the successful coaches that you admire, the successful entrepreneurs out there that you look at, they all know this. They all do this. Some of them do it consciously, some of them do it more subconsciously, and they don't really know how it works, they just feel it, but they all do it. None of us, nobody who has gotten their business to a certain level of success has done this with just hard work. None of them. When you ask them, how did you become so successful? They will give you a plan and they will give you strategies and talk about marketing and sales and branding and messaging and products and all these things. But then they will say, 80% has been my mindset. They will all say that. So, and who believes that? By the way, I feel like I'm talking a lot at you, but do you agree? Do you feel that mindset is a majority of your success, right? And also how good you feel? Yeah? Let me know. YouTube, what do you think? Carla says yes, absolutely. What about Hazel and Anna and Kim? Milan is here again. Hello. Who do we have on Facebook? Let me remove my little light here. We have April, Esmeralda. Hi, Sarah. We have Miriam. Hi, hallo in Deutschland. Some Germans here. Yeah, so you're saying yes. Dilan, yeah. Norva, mindset is extremely important. Gail says most definitely. Catherine says absolutely. Dan, of course, knows that. Yep, 100%. Absolutely. Yeah. So you all agree, and that's why I could not do this scale series without talking about mindset. or the spiritual side of things with you, even though I am your systems girl, right? So again, what is a quantum leap? To me, it's something that you cannot achieve through pure action, through pure, hustle and grind. And even if you work 24 hours a day, you would still not be able to achieve those results because they're so big and they can happen to you so quickly, right? And that can be money in your business, growth in your business. It could be in your love life. It could also be something personal. So it doesn't matter what it is. This is about achieving certain types of results that you want. And to me, it's a little bit of magic, right? So when you see people achieve these big things and you feel like, how did that happen to them? How did they make that happen so fast? It has to do with them adopting a certain type of mindset and being a certain way. So I want to share with you 10 things today that I use myself, hands down, and that I think are really, really important for you to be able to achieve these big goals that you have, okay? So we're going to talk through 10 things, right? But before we go there, let me do a little bit more questioning you guys to see, sort of how you feel. How many of you here have these big goals, actually? How many of you have a goal right now and you have a dream, right? Something you want to accomplish, but it's so big that it scares you. How many? And if you're brave enough, let me challenge you a little bit more. If you're brave enough, comment right now on Facebook or YouTube and let us know what it is. Because, right, sometimes when you have goals that are so big, you don't even want to tell anybody because you're afraid of being judged. And people saying, oh my God, you're foolish, right? This is never going to happen for you. Ha ha. People are laughing at you. And, this has happened to me a couple times where I shared my big, quantum leap goals with people. And I was told, yeah, you just watch out. You're full of, what? This is not going to happen. Even people in my own family said that to me once. And many times before, all about you can't do this and you will fall on your face and it's not going to happen. And who do you think you are? And some people even laugh. They laugh and eventually you don't share it anymore or, you just keep it to yourself. So let's see what you're saying. My goal is 10 clients a month. I only have 2 now. So and you know what? We're not judging anybody here. Your big goals, your quantum leap might be 100 clients. Your quantum leap might be 10 clients. So it depends on you and where you are right now. So anything goes. So Teresa, thank you for sharing. Elizabeth, I have lots of things that I want, but I don't believe that I can achieve. Okay. I'm always inching my way towards more and more belief that these things are absolutely possible. Yeah. So Elizabeth, what is it, for example? Give us an example. What is that big goal for you right now? Let me see if we have anything happening here on Facebook. Facebook, come on, you got to wake up. YouTube is killing it there with comments. Dylan, I do because I have done it before. Okay, so Dan, let's see. I'm going to earn $200,000 each month in my coaching business part-time. Part-time is the key. Dan, thank you. Yes. So Dan Hoover commented 200 grand a month in his coaching business. Kimberly Buffington, creating 1.5 million in yearly income in 2 years. Nice one. I like that. I like big goals. I like them crazy big, scary. Let's make it happen. Like that to me is a quantum leap. Kimberly Jones, 50 highly qualified customers from all over the world. 50, awesome. Let's see, 10K a month in my coaching business. Elizabeth, you can do more. 10K let's do it tomorrow. More, right? Quantum leap, big goals is what we want. Jenny, create 1 million in yearly income, only working 30 hours a week on average. Awesome. Perfect. Let's see. Now we got them coming in. Lots of millions. Okay. So Norva, I would like to have 1 million months. 1 million per month. Yeah. Okay. Now we're getting there. Those are quantum leaps for sure. Gail says, my goal is to generate 4 million in 5 years. Elizabeth, tomorrow. Yeah. Perfect. Okay, so you're getting this. You have these goals, right? So this is good. This is exactly where we want to be. So let me tell you just one of my stories. Okay, one of my initial, back then it was a quantum leap for me, and then that was my first experience of really making this happen, right? It was in 2016. So my business idea for business coaching. So I was a health coach before. Business coaching came to me in 2014. And then we actually rebranded in 2015. So about a year into me being a business coach, I wanted to do events. And I woke up one day and I don't even know, I think I saw people doing events. Something inside of me said, I need to have a bigger impact. I want to be with people. I want to create amazing experiences for them. I want to bring this community together and I want to be with people in person. And then that was in 2016, at the end of 2015, because our first event happened in 2016. So back then, I wasn't making very much money, guys. I was, I don't even know, maybe 10K or so a month, maybe that. I think 2016 was our first 6-figure year, okay? And so I wasn't making a whole lot of money. I had some money saved up, never spoke on stage. Never. Actually, I never spoke publicly anywhere. I did my corporate job and I did PowerPoint presentations, but no public speaking experience at all. No idea how to run an event. The only thing I had done is set up a wedding. I got married, but no idea about events, no idea about public speaking, no clue how to make it happen, no idea who would come, no idea if anybody would buy anything from me there, no idea if they would boo me off stage, no clue, nothing. But I said, you know what? I want to host an event and I want to have at least 100 people there. I want to make it big. I want to be on a stage. I want to bring us together. I want to make this really transformational and really exciting, right? So, and so when I looked into it, I figured this event would cost me about $78,000, 78K, okay? So, and I had just enough money. I remember thinking I have just enough money to pay for the entire event and be broke, completely broke, right? All the money gone, nothing saved up anymore, but I could rebuild. So I was willing to go down to nothing, make a huge fool of myself, go on stage somehow, say something, who knows what, and pay $78,000 and really risk it all for this quantum leap goal, right? And back then, people, even Boris said to me, "You want to do what? You're not a speaker. How are you going to make that happen? How are you going to get people there? What will you say? How will you set this up? Who's even going to help you?" And I had no answers. So no idea how it was all going to come together. The marketing, the filling of the event, the content creation, none of it. And I had just enough money to somehow pay for it. Okay. So this was my first quantum leap, and I'll go through how I did all of this with you to give you examples. But what happened? I set the goal, and then literally 6-7 months later, so the goal began to really come alive in my head in January of 2016. And then in September, that event happened in Miami. I forgot the hotel name, but it was a beautiful hotel. I remember the smell of it. It was amazing in there. And the biggest thing, you guys, we didn't even have any sales goals. So we offer our programs at our events, right? So you can enroll with us. And I did not even have a sales goal at this event. I wanted to offer our Powerhouse Coach program for the first time. So that's when we offered in 2016 the Powerhouse Coach for the first time. And the results were incredible. I remember, and if Jess is watching right now, Jess is our director of operations now. Jess and I sat at the airport looking over the results. We made over $400,000 in just 3 days at this event. So I remember sitting there thinking, what just happened, right? I walked on the stage. Somehow I said something. Somehow we brought it together. So this is not about how we did it, but we went from having this idea to then literally 6-7 months later, making almost $500,000 in 3 days. That was my first quantum leap. And I always go back to what I did with my mind back then, because since then, I've seen myself do it again and again and again and again. Okay, and you can do the same thing. And that's the foundation and the basis for those 10 things I want to give you today. So when I'm giving you the stuff, this is not something I read somewhere. This is not, and you can read it. Of course, you can read about this stuff, but I'm actually doing it and it's working. Okay, it's working. And I know it's going to work for you too. So again, just, you know, my first experience with events, and it led to mind-blowing results for us back then. What did I have to make it happen? So here are a couple of things I want to get us started with. I had a passion for creating something big for people, and I wasn't money driven. So one thing I believe is necessary for you to make quantum leaps happen is that there has to be more than money, right? So if you're saying you want to make $1 million, you need to know why you want to make that $1 million. You need to know what that means to you. There has to be a bit more behind it. So I believe in order for you to reach big goals, you need to have a purpose goal, a passion goal, and an experience goal. I wasn't thinking about money. I was hoping I would make enough money to pay for everything. But in my mind, I visualized not the dollars in my bank account, I visualized the entire experience of the event. How I would feel, how my attendees would feel, what would happen. I literally, by the time I really committed to this, I could play a movie in my mind, right? Of the entire event, the way the room would look, how I was dressed, how it felt on that stage, the fire ceremony at night, the speakers that were there, the people standing in front of me. It was almost like I could put myself into the future, you guys, okay? So in order for you, if you're saying I want to make $1 million a year, that's all great. And that can happen for you. But I want you to have more emotion associated with this, because money is just a means to you doing stuff, right? Why do you need $1 million? You want something. You want to live a certain way. You want to have experiences, travel. Maybe it gives you security as well. But there has to be more emotion and meaning attached to it. So definitely be passion and purpose driven. The next thing I had was total clarity. Total clarity. And that's going to be one of our steps below. If you don't have total clarity on what the quantum leap is for you, okay? So again, not just $1 million. What does that mean? How is your life going to change? For me, the event, I had to have total clarity on every detail, on the outcome I wanted to create, even to the point where I knew what color the chairs would be, because we had these little, you know, slipovers. They were turquoise with bows back then. I knew every little detail. And it's sort of like I built this in my mind. And when I had the outcome so clear in my mind, it gave me so much confidence to say, I know where I want to go. There's no doubt in my mind that this is all going to work out this way. And then I could commit to it and actually go for it and implement and make it happen. So clarity of outcome. A huge desire to do it. A huge desire. If you want to have a quantum leap result, you need to have a huge desire. You need to really want this. Really want this. And really be honest with yourself and say, you know, this is not just something where you feel like, if I have it, great. If not, then whatever. It needs to be, you know, something you think about night and day. Night and day. I would walk around and I would think about this event all the time. All the time. And even I remember driving in the car and Boris would say, are you thinking about this you know, stupid event again? And I would say, yeah, I'm thinking about my event right now, because I wanted it so much. I was so excited about this event. And you know, and I had law of attraction on my side. And honestly, guys, back then in 2016, I didn't really believe in the law of attraction. I was much more, you know, let's hustle hard, let's grind it out based, because that was, you know, my whole backstory, corporate, all that stuff. So I didn't really quite understand how it all works. But now looking back, everything makes complete sense. So that was my first like big experience, you know, in creating my own reality. So why can most people not make this happen? Okay, so one more thing I want to touch on. There are 3 core things that are standing between you and your quantum leap results, if you ask me. There are 3 big things. Number 1, I'm going to have you guess. Let's see, there's 3 things. What do you think are the 3 biggest, you know, blocks, things that are standing between your big outcomes, right? The big thing that you want and where you are right now. And I already gave away one of them just now. But what do you think? What are the 3 big things that are standing in your way? Thank you, Jenny. Yeah, I love telling you guys what's happening for me. You know, because if it happens to me, it can happen for you too. Fear, okay, fear of failure. confidence that you can do it. Fear, commitment, lack of clarity. Okay, hold on. Fear, commitment, lack of clarity. So Kimberly Jones nailed all three. Kim Jones, good job. She said fear, commitment, lack of clarity. Okay, and I'm sorry, Facebook, I'm neglecting you. I'm not looking at you guys, but I will. So fear of success. Fear is one. So fear of success or fear of failure is one. Lacking clarity, hands down. If you don't know exactly where you want to go, you can't go anywhere. You're not going to have, millions falling from the sky magically. Like, oops, I'm rich now. No. You need to have clarity. What do you want this to look like? Movie in your mind, right? So fear, lack of clarity. And then I wrote down limiting mindset, which is sort of like what Kim said with commitment, where your mind is preventing you from doing the things you need to do. And then we'll get into the 10 things shortly. But it's, looking at what's not working, worrying, being stuck in the details, wanting to be realistic, avoiding the future, embarrassment, all these things. So there's a lot of muddiness in your mind that prevents you from achieving a lot of the things that you could already be achieving. Fear of success and lacking clarity. So let's talk about the 10 things. Are you ready? Yes, you want my 10 things? And again, this is literally something I created for myself. It's based on my own experience. So if you ask me, how do I create, huge results? This is what I would tell you. All right. So number one, hands down, write this down. Do we have our amazing Melissa here? Yes, Melissa. Thank you. Our Melissa will take some notes for you. Love it. And so we'll get started with the 10 things. Okay. So number one is to embrace your passion and become mission driven. Embrace your passion and become mission driven. Okay. And so this will give you fuel and fire when you say, why me? What makes me special? I don't have what it takes. I am not good enough. Right. And so when I became mission driven, and my mission was to, and still is, to help people. If I can just wake up every single day and make something better for someone, I'm fulfilling my mission. When I became really passion driven, the fear went away. The, oh my God, I have to make money went away. The, oh my God, what if I don't make money went away? Who am I? I sort of took myself out of the equation and I was able to focus on serving, on the mission and on my passion. Right? And really embrace your purpose, your passion, your skills, all of that as a God-given purpose. And if you're not a believer in God, I don't care. Believe in what you want. Source, universe, Buddha, there's so many different things out there. It's all the same really to me. But I believe that this purpose that I'm feeling, this mission that I have is my God-given purpose. And it's given to me for a reason. Even to where I'm in this country for a reason, I was abused as a child. I experienced the most horrific things you could ever imagine. I even embrace those today. And I feel like that happened to me to turn me into someone who is super compassionate, to turn me into someone who can just lead with love and be there for people and not take myself so seriously all the time. And that's why I want to be a coach. And that's sort of why I enjoy it and I'm good at it too. So you need to embrace that there is more behind this desire that you have than just, greediness or it's just the best next thing I can do right now. It really said, this is my mission, because then all of your insecurities will be diminished. All of your fears will be diminished. And this drive that you have will become so much bigger than all the limitations that are still inside of you. Trust me, that's the number one thing. When someone says, I'm afraid, I'm insecure, I'm doubtful, I don't know if I can do this, I say, forget about yourself. You're being so selfish right now. If you have all these things, it's just all about you. Isn't that interesting? Think about the people out there. What about those people that you can help? If you're all into yourself and, oh, poor me, and I can't do it, and I'm so, whatever, you're never going to help anybody. And then you give up on your chance, on your one chance to make a difference in your life. So it's such a beautiful way when you finally, say, I'm going out there to make a difference, apply myself, and be mission driven. So step number one, okay? Step number 2, so let's actually work through this. So you're right now in your seat when you're looking at me, I want you to commit to yourself and say, I know I have a passion, I know I have a mission, and I have a purpose, and I know what it is, right? And I'm going to remember that every single day, okay? So that's your foundation. Number 2 is to have a crystal clear vision. And we already talked about this a little bit in the beginning, but I can't tell you how important that is. And many of you would agree with me, but if you don't know exactly where you're going and why you're even doing this, it's very hard for you to, first of all, bring it to you, manifest it, but also to take action in a very powerful way because you're not sure where it's going to lead, right? You're not going to get as excited about it. You're not going to take action as strongly, as fiercely, as powerfully because you don't know what the end result will be. Is it going to be worth it? Is it going to be fun? Is it going to be big? Where will it be? What will it feel like? Why am I doing it? What about all the people around me, right? Where is it going to happen? And again, what's the big impact of all of this? So I want you to not really take any action. You can research and do things, but don't take any action until you have a movie playing in your mind. Write that down. I have to have a movie playing in my mind. Where you could literally write down several pages in a journal even, describing the outcome that you want. And you'll notice when you do that, you will get so excited. Like I could sit down. I remember in 2016, we had this swing on our patio in the back, and we have woods back there, so I would have deer coming out, and I could literally close my eyes, and I was smiling. I could see the event, and I literally created this from my head, right? And so you might say, okay, this is the law of attraction making it all happen, or you could say, well, Carolyn knew what she wanted, and she did it. So again, either way, if you're a magic believer or not, this will work for you. So the vision has to be clear. And even to this day, if I don't have a clear vision for what I want to create in my business, I will not move forward. So right now, over the last 6 months or so, I have been thinking about where my business will go, right? Are we staying in the same niche? Are we offering new programs? What are we doing? What's my next thing? So I felt this craving for a next big thing, but I didn't know what it would be. So I didn't do anything. I didn't take any steps. I didn't hire anybody new. I didn't create anything else because it was muddy and cloudy in my mind. And now it's to about 80% done. The movie is almost done again in my mind. My mind movies, right? So you are in a pressure cooker. You're in a crock pot right now. And if you have no clarity, that's okay. You can't force it. For me, it took 6 months now, or 7 almost. Or it could happen overnight for you. So the clarity creation process can take longer. It can take shorter. It doesn't matter. But until you have the clarity and you say, wow, this is awesome, and I feel it's so meant for me, until then, don't take any action because you need that before you can make anything happen. So really important. So that's step 1 and step 2. Step number 3, and I'll get into more of the magical things a little bit later. So don't worry, I'm not using any like saging or anything like that. So I'm still very scientific based, right? But anyway, step number 3 is to get really clear on your special skills and gifts, and then learn to monetize them. Get really clear. So don't confuse this with number 1. Number 1 is about your mission in your business and your purpose in life, really. Number 3, so if I know that my purpose is to help people live free, plain and simple, honestly, I freed myself from a lot of shit that happened in Germany to me. I literally freed myself. New country, new relationship, new life, everything new. Freedom, total freedom, right? I did that for me. And I want to do it for people, but how? That's your skills. So I had to ask myself, what are my special skills? What are my special gifts that I can bring to my people to fulfill on my big mission, my big purpose? And again, this will, when you know what your special gifts are, your special skills, it will take away limiting beliefs. It will take away the worry, the doubt, the fear, the I can't do it, the oh my God, I'm going to fail. Because you're so grounded, not only in your mission, for me to free people, but also in me knowing I can do this because A, B, C, and D. Because my mind works like a puzzle, because it's so systematic, it's so step by step by step, because I can feel people, because I'm compassionate, because I get you, because I'm never going to think I'm better than you, right? Because, all these different things. I'm strategic because I love marketing, because I can sort of draw out, what makes you different, what makes you unique. Whatever that might be, we all have, these specific skills. So you need to know what your gifts are and what your skills are that you can later monetize, but that help you fulfill on your mission. Does that make sense? Yes. Let me check in with you. Am I making sense? This is a little bit of a unique one. Clarity. So Melissa had numbers. We get really clear on your special skills and gifts, and then learn to monetize them. Yeah. So who here knows what your special gifts are? Kim, do you know what your special skill is? How about Linda on Facebook? You do? What is it? Put it in the chat. Gail, Jenny, right? So again, confidence, you knowing this is what I'm supposed to be, and this is how I'm doing it because I have these special skills. Yeah, awesome. Okay, good. Listening, yeah. We have guest 2597 say, I think it's listening. Problem solving. Intuition is a great one. Yes, intuition. Ability to help people see how they can move their life forward. Yeah. So this doesn't have to be anything, earth-shattering, even though all these things you are saying are earth-shattering. They're life-changing for people, right? But for you, this can just be one or two things where you say, this is my special gift, and this is what I use to fulfill on my mission. Asking deep dive questions, Seema, yeah. April says, I've been a change agent for literally thousands. Time to monetize. Yeah, hell yeah, absolutely. Exactly. Okay, you got this. I'm so happy you're getting it. Yay. Okay, so then number four. Number four is when you begin to really declare your intentions to your God, to your universe, to your source, to the bigger, you're giving it over to a bigger power. And this I love so much. I love so much. You can speak it out loud, right? You can write it down in a journal. You can literally, say this. You can close your mind. You can meditate. You can say this and say, I'm giving this wish over to this bigger power, to you, bigger power, to you, source, to you, God, to you, universe. I'm giving it over to you. Maybe you have an affirmation. I don't use affirmations. I like to free flow my thoughts, and I like to just say whatever comes out. But the more you repeat that, the more you will believe it. And this lets me off the hook. This lets me off the hook. So, you can do all the strategy you want to do and all of that stuff. If you don't believe that there is something bigger supporting you, something bigger that will actually make things happen for you, then it does become a hard road. Then it can be scary. In the darkest times, when I feel like I just had enough, or I just don't know how to do it anymore. And I fell down many times in my past, guys. Many, many times I got cheated on. People stole from me. People left my company unexpectedly, leaving me with all kinds of stuff. All kinds of things happen to all of us in life. But sometimes all you can do, and oftentimes what you must do, is to just say, I will trust that everything will be okay. Everything is working out for me. Everything will be okay because I'm not alone. I'm not alone. And you know what's funny? Sometimes clients don't want to hear that from me. They say, Carolyn, what else can I do? Sometimes I want to look at them and I want to say, you have to trust now. You have to stop worrying, stop thinking about all these bad things, being all negative, being all tied up, because that blocks you even more, and give it over to the universe and to your belief. Give it over. Let yourself off the hook and believe that you're doing your part, but there's a lot more doing its part. You're not alone. So I believe in that 100%. And I had to really adopt this belief because I was raised not believing in anything. Okay, so I was raised being told that people who believe in God were foolish. There's no God. The church just wants money from us. We never went to church ever. And there was just nothing. You just have to work hard and you better hustle and save money and retire and die. It was a pretty sad story, honestly. So when I first heard about God and, being Catholic or believing in something else, to me, this was all sort of, I was very suspicious, because I wasn't brought up that way. But then, there were so many times where I had to say, I just don't know what to do right now. I have to just let it go. I have to just let it go. Otherwise, I'll jump off the bridge. And I did that. And it helped me every single time. So you're not alone. You are not alone. No matter what you believe, you're not alone. Give it over, because it's not all your work. Number 5 is your state. Okay, so number 5 and 6 go together. What time is it? Okay, we have to speed up. I'm being really slow with you today. 5 and 6. 5 is your state has to be supportive, and your stories have to be supportive. Okay, state and story. So state is not being high vibe, not being motivated, being down, lacking energy. And you can adjust your state all day long. I actually find this really, really helpful. And so what I do, this is not something I came up with. This is something I learned, I don't know when, a while ago from Esther Hicks, Abraham Hicks. If you don't know who Esther is or Abraham, definitely, check that out. She has a book that's called Ask and It Is Given, I believe. And she says there's a process called segment intending. Okay, segment intending. And if you think I'm losing it right now, trust me, it really works. So your state has so much to do with not only how you feel and how much fun you have every single day, but how much you can attract and how powerful you take action and how many people you can inspire. So, every single day I'm showing up for you this week. And maybe I wake up in the morning thinking, oh, what the hell, another Facebook Live? I really don't want to do it, right? So you have webinars, you have team meetings, you have client coaching sessions, and you can always be in a state that is, but you really don't want to show up and you don't want to say anything. Or you can say, no, it's going to be great. I will have fun. It will be impactful. It's going to be incredible. It's going to be exciting. I will get the best of it. They will, hand over the credit card. They will pay me, whatever that is for you. So you can literally, every segment of your day, segment intending for your breakfast, for your first meeting, for your sales call, for your lunch, for your webinar creation, for your coaching session, for your evening job, for your dinner. Every segment of your day, you can choose what state you go into that with. And your state, don't think the world's driving your state. It's not your friends or your spouses or your neighbor's job to make you happy or not. It's your job. So every single moment of the day, you can decide what state that you're in, and you can choose and drive it. And then actually, chances are it will be that way, right? So when you actively really, control your state, don't you think that your actions and your results will be so much greater, right? It's all vibrational. It's all in your emotion. It's all in how you're feeling. So what else do? I meditate every single morning. I work out, and then I'm in a sauna. I have a sauna in my basement, and I calm my mind. And when I meditate, I don't listen to any words. This is something that's really for me, because I notice that when I listen to meditations that tell me things, it actually makes me feel more stressed. Because then I think about this, and now you visualize that, and then you do all these things in the 6-step meditation and all this blah, blah, blah. What I want to do when I meditate is literally calm myself down. And I don't want my mind to think about anything, but maybe listen to music. So the best meditation I found is for 20 minutes to literally just sit somewhere, lay down, and try to not think anything. No thoughts. No thoughts. And I notice when I do that, my mind is so much calmer throughout the day. And all, these anxieties that come up and these worries and, oh my God, what if this happens? And what if this doesn't go through? And it's much more reduced, much reduced. When you meditate and you calm your mind, forget about the guided meditation. If it works for you, fine, do it. For me, it doesn't work. I need complete silence. Don't say anything to me. Don't tell me anything. My mind needs to shut down. And then it's calm, and it can focus on what it needs to focus on throughout the day. And then 6, so this was 5, and then 6 goes along with that, and that's your stories. This is probably one of the pieces that we have to work on the most, and I know I have to speed up. So stories. Stories are mindset patterns. Stories are, so some people might call them subconscious patterns, and things that we do. We don't even know we're doing them. We don't even know we're thinking that way, but we are. So those are your false beliefs. Those are your doubts. Those are those are your natural tendencies. The stories, the things that you're telling yourself. So you need to really look and see, at what stories are you telling yourself? What are you believing right now? What limits are you setting for yourself? And that actually, when you come to from Passionate Profits Lab, this is deep. We take a good 2 hours to go through toxic patterns. And I don't know how many we have, but there's a whole list of toxic patterns that we go through at the event, and it takes a long time. But I will make you aware of them, and then we will begin to unravel them. We will begin to have some conversations around them, and you'll understand a lot more about yourself than what you might be understanding right now. Right now, all I can tell you is that you have stories that are not supporting yourself. And one cute analogy that I learned from a friend of mine, Colin Sprague, is a fishbowl analogy, where he said, he told me, Carolyn, did you know that a goldfish, right? These little goldfish that you have in a goldfish bowl are actually the same as those giant koi that you find in a lake, right? So the little goldfish, if you throw it in a lake, can actually become a huge giant koi fish that you could fish out. So, and what's the difference? The environment, right? Does the little goldfish think he needs to swim in his little bowl? Or does the fish think, oh my God, I got this big lake, and let me go and eat everything and grow? It's all in your stories and what you tell yourself. So this one is where most people really need to dig in and find out what stories you're telling yourself. I can't lose the weight. I'm not a good speaker. I can't figure this out. I'm not good enough, blah, blah, blah. Those are all of your things that need to be, worked through in order for you to make your quantum leap happen. Number 7, protect against naysayers. Protect against naysayers. You will not achieve your quantum leap when you have people around you telling you that you can't do it. When you have a husband saying that you have to figure out your business on your own before he will ever allow you to use a credit card to pay for Facebook ads, right? When you have a mother telling you that you're foolish for starting a business and you should go get a job. And I had all of this, right? I had people telling me that I shouldn't be doing it, that I'm foolish, that I shouldn't be spending the money. When I left Germany to come here, my own mother told me that I'm going to fail, I'll be homeless, and I'll be coming back. I'm not so homeless right now. But you see, naysayers. And I don't even really blame people. I used to be so angry. I used to be so angry at people, and I would sort of fight against them. And I would say, how dare you tell me that? And how dare you not support me? And it made me feel even more miserable. And then over time, I kind of let that go. And I realized that when people tell you that you shouldn't be doing something, maybe they want to protect you. Maybe, they think if they did that, they'd be scared. They could never do it. So they project their own fears on you, right? So, and they don't know what's in your heart. They can't make those decisions for you. They can give you advice, but you have to really, see if that's the right advice for you, because they don't live your life. They don't have to live with your decisions. They don't have to live with your regret. They live their own life. And maybe they want to keep you small. Maybe they want to keep you at a certain level where they get you. Maybe they like it where they are, but you want to go up. You want to go up here. So you have to decide sometimes to protect yourself against the people that just don't get you. And you do that by not sharing it, by doing it anyways, or telling them it will be fine. Let me just go figure this out, right? So there's different ways for you to do it, but that's huge. I can't tell you how many people I see. They're being so influenced. So influenced. Everybody out there influences you all day long, right? And then you don't take action, and then your dreams are diminished, and you're not playing your mind movie anymore, and you're not working on your state, and you're not working on the story. You think, oh yeah, he's right. This is not for me. I'm not supposed to do this. And that's a big shame. Number 8, adopt full commitment. Full commitment. This is, another layer you wanna put on top of this. You cannot go into creating quantum leaps and creating huge success and thinking, nah, maybe it's gonna happen. Oh, maybe I'll sort of get lucky somehow. And you know it. You know when you're not committed. You know it. And I can smell it. When I have a client in front of me, I know if they're committed or not. I see it in the way they talk, in what they say, in how they show up, right? Or not show up at all, or not say anything at all. And if you're honest with yourself, really ask yourself, have I been acting like 100% committed person? Have you or have you not? It's pretty easy to see. Are you doing everything you can? Are you showing up whenever you need to show up? Are you investing fully? Are you taking the time? Are you believing? Are you working on your mind? Are you meditating? Are you giving it over to universe when you need to, right? All the things we talked about. But if any of these things are where you say, you know what, I'm really kind of slacking there, I'm not doing it, then you're not committed. You're just not. So it takes full commitment. And with the event, guys, I didn't say, oh, maybe this event's going to happen, maybe not. I said, this event's going to happen. And I will stand on the stage, even if nobody shows up. It was so crazy. Even I remember getting down the elevator, okay, from my hotel room. And someone was there, I think our video team, and I said, what if there's nobody in the room? What if there's nobody there, right? Because I didn't know. I thought we had sold tickets, but you never know if someone's going to show up. With your the webinars, we talk about webinars all day long. So you have registrations. You never know if someone's going to show up for you or not. You have to do it anyways. You have faith. But you have to be 100% committed to your dream. 100%. Because if you're not, you might as well quit right now. The worst thing you can do is go into something half committed, because then you're suffering. Then you're suffering. You're really torturing yourself. If you're not committed to being a coach and running a business, I would advise you to stop it right now. You either commit 100% and you go in and out of it. And I get it. There's fear and there's all that stuff coming up. Sure. But if your heart isn't in this and you can't give it your all, you're prolonging the suffering. You will not be as successful. You will fail much more frequently. You will not go as far. It will be much harder for you. You'll be stuck in this place of, oh, I wish I could be here. Oh, I wish I could make all this happen, but I cannot. You're going to be stuck in no man's land for maybe a long time, until eventually you get so sick and tired where maybe you get commitment, maybe then you get fully committed, or maybe then you quit. But you might as well decide right now, because if you're not in it to win it, do something else. Then commit yourself to volunteering. Commit yourself to go getting a job. That's fine. But at least whatever it is that you're doing right now, you're putting yourself into it fully. Because everything else is a big waste of your time. 9 and 10. 9 and 10. 2 more. And I'm going real fast. Are you with me, by the way? Is this helping? Yes? I'm really passionate about this stuff. Can you tell? Yeah, okay. Fida is saying, this is my story, unconditional commitments. Yep. Norva, until now, I have not been fully committed. Yes. So you're hurting yourself. And this is so interesting. When people don't commit fully, they actually sort of think that they're protecting themselves. Oh, I'm not really committed. I'm sort of trying it out and nothing bad's going to happen. And, if I don't make it, it's okay because I haven't, paid as much, or I haven't put so much time into it. But if you're really being honest, it's such a torture. It's a torture because you're still deep down, you're hoping it's going to work, and you're hoping somehow you can sort of inch your way towards it. But it's such a suffering. You get to your goal so much faster if you just say, I'm going to, commit fully. I'm going to do this right now. And you could still have challenges and things happen to you. But your chances of success are ultimately greater. Multiply your chances of success. So big. Yeah. Okay, cool. Number 9. Oh, this is good. This is another magic one. Expect the best things to happen even when what you want right now is not showing up yet. This is true manifestation, right? If you want to use the way, the way people explain the law of attraction is, it's your mind, it's your emotion, it's your vibration, it's where your mind, you get what you focus on, right? You get what you feel. So when you look, and right now, you don't have what you want yet. It's in the future. It's unknown. It's unsure. There's no guarantees for anything, right? It was so funny in the Facebook group, someone asked me today, so what's Marketing Mastery going to do for me? And I said, you know what? It's not going to do nothing for you. If you don't do anything, it won't do anything for you. Sorry, we got a phone call coming in. But so you need to expect the best things to happen for you, even if what you have right now isn't where you want to be. So, and it happens all the time, even for me, guys. At the end of last year, here's another example. I had almost my entire sales team quit on me. Almost all of them were gone. I had to hire a new sales manager, new sales team, new everything new. So your business goes from, making 400 grand a month to making nothing, zero, because you have nobody to sell. They're all gone. And we're not going to get into why they left and all this stuff. I'm telling you guys, you never know what's going to happen. And the craziest thing happened to me then. I literally remember, I think it was after Christmas, and I was upstairs in bed. I looked at my phone and I got an email from someone I knew from before. And she said, Carolyn, are you hiring right now? I have a sales manager and I have 3 people looking for sales jobs. And they all came over from the Chopra Center who had closed their coaching division. So call it magic, call it whatever it was meant to be, who knows what. The point is that you never know what's going to happen in your business. And a lot of times you're looking at things where you don't want them to be. You don't have the clients yet. You don't have the team yet. You don't have the infrastructure yet. You don't have the success yet. You don't have the engagement yet. You don't have the money yet. You're looking at a lot of not having. I don't have this. I don't have this. We have nothing. So then, you're thinking, well, how can I be happy? How can I expect the best things if all I see is a bunch of crap? And that's the trick. Because so many times, 90% of the time, and there's times when your business is just flying and it's just smooth and it's awesome and everybody's happy and your team is flying high and your clients are amazing and you have no problems. But for the most part, you will have problems, and there's always things that in your business around you that you don't like. So you always have to be able to say, I'm here right now, but my mind is focusing on what I want. My mind is looking at where I want to go. I expect the best things to happen, even when I'm not there yet, even when it's not showing up yet. I believe it's coming, and I will make it come. Right? Because again, success doesn't just fall into your lap. You will not sit around thinking the worst is going to happen, not committing fully, not meditating, not believing in what you want, not knowing where you want to go, not doing all these things I just gave you and be successful. Hell no. Forget the quantum leap. Nothing. It's so important. The last one. Take massive action with your intuition, not your logical mind. This is also something where I see it all the time with clients, and I've seen it in myself. Your logical mind is very loud, right? Your logical mind says, you don't have the money, this is very expensive, the math doesn't add up, people out there aren't doing this is not the recommended way, Dad says I should do something else, right? The logical mind is very loud, very determined, very confident, telling you things when you take action or not. Your intuitive mind is very quiet. It's very gentle. It's more emotional. It says, yes, you should do it. It's going to be good. It's going to be exciting. You should go there, right? But it's quiet. It's more of a feeling, maybe. It's your intuition. It's a sense. So a lot of times, and this is how that's how we all are built somehow, maybe it's our protection mechanism kicking in, who knows, but we make decisions with our logical mind, and we take action or don't take action because our logic is telling us something where, if we want a quantum leap, we need to act on intuition a lot more. Logic will help you get there. Absolutely. You can't, logic is important, of course. And I'm all about systems, yes. But if you want to have massive results, your intuition will bring you there. And sometimes you have to say, this is completely insane. Like for me in 2016, to go back to my event, who am I to be running an event? People are saying, who is this lady even? I've never heard of her before. She wants to run an event, haha. But I did it because my intuition said, I want to give it a try. I can do this. I feel like I'm meant to do it. I want to, really invest myself into this. So I made my movie. I made my clarity. I committed fully. 100% commitment was there. Hands down. Whereas my logical mind constantly questioned, are you sure you can do this? Are you sure they're going to show up? So you have to, make your intuition win over your logic, if you ask me, and use the logic when you feel like it's serving you. And, I'm not saying you need to be ignorant, and I'm not saying, jump off a bridge and do foolish stuff. But your intuition won't guide you the wrong way if you just learn how to listen to it a little bit. And it's important because a lot of times when you're in business, you have no data and you have no facts and you really don't know what the best decision is. You have to just listen to your gut and what you think, is the best decision for you. So intuition is huge, really big. So let's do a recap because we're already going over an hour here. And I think we did not miss a thing here. So number one was embrace your passion and become mission-driven and passion, right? Number two, your vision has to be crystal clear. Remember my mind movie? Number three, maximize the gifts that were given to you. Really know your gifts and skills, right? That make you special, that help you fulfill on your mission. Number four was declare your intentions to the universe. Give it over. It's not all on you. Number five was your state has to be supportive. Remember segment intending? If you don't know what that means, look it up. Segment intending, super, super important. Number six is your stories. And a quick pitch here for you. Come to my event for Passionate Profits Live. We will take at least 2 hours. It's almost a whole afternoon digging into your stories, your mind, and the toxic patterns that you may have going on right now. So definitely check in. Get your ticket. If you haven't already gotten a ticket, all this week you can get a ticket for $99. It's refundable. So once you show up live at the event, we will refund the ticket for you. If you wait, you can still get a ticket, but then you will be paying a fee of $499. So I want to save you some money and get you in this week. Number seven was protecting against the naysayers, the people who just don't know what you really need. Number eight was adopting full commitment, right? Number nine was expecting the best things to happen, even if what's showing up for you right now is not the best yet. And number 10 was to take massive action with your intuition, not your logical mind. And I've given you my own example today. So I have many, many examples. We have one client couple in Powerhouse that I'm so proud of, Brigida and Michael. There are this couple from Austria. And talking about commitment, guys, they have a little son, Valentin. I think he's 2 or 3. She quit her job. He quit his job. They're building a house. And everything is based on their business. And I'm not quite sure how much they made in the years before they came to us. I think they've been running the business for maybe a year or two. From what she told me, 20,000, 30,000 euros a year, maybe. We got them, their biggest month was in June. We got them to almost, I think it was 70,000 euros in June. And they could have said, this is scary. Michael isn't working. I'm not working. We have a son. We're building a house. We have expenses. Right? So full commitment, hands down. Intuition, all day, every day. Clear mind about what they want to create, absolutely. Positive state, they show up with a positive state, ready to go, high vibration, right? Stories, constantly working through their stories with me, with Carrie, our mindset coach. So all the 10 things I give you today, they are very much aware of, and they're doing all the time. And that's exactly how they went from, coming in, struggling, and now really making amazing things happen in their business. So it's not just me. I see it everywhere. I also see the opposite. I see people who are money driven. I see people who have no vision, people who don't even know what their gifts are, people who, don't believe in the universe, people who are constantly down, negative stories, negative thoughts, listening to all kinds of stuff from people out there, not committed, expect the worst thing to happen, and are always just thinking about logic. Makes you feel like, oh man, right? That's sad. Yeah, I'm getting cry faces here on Facebook. Yeah. So when you're listening, to that in that way, can you feel how it's just like a big downer? I just want to give up right now when I see that. So this is where you need to be, and that's why you need a mentor. So, again, if you're thinking about joining us at the event Marketing Mastery, do it this week. I'll help you clarify your vision. I'll help you give you the systems hands down over 8 weeks. We'll build up your belief. We'll protect you against the naysayers. If someone says you can't do it, I'll say, forget about them. I'll show you how, right? We'll get you in the right state. If you have stories, bring them to me. I have stories too. We'll go through those. We'll keep you in action. We'll maximize your results. 8 weeks, we have 8 modules. Module number 1 in Marketing Mastery. If you're on YouTube right now, there is a purple button below that I want you to click on. If you're on Facebook, we will put the links in the comments later. But when you work with us through Marketing Mastery, we will give you the webinar, the entire webinar setup, slides, templates, all of it, the entire funnel setup. We will teach you how to run Facebook ads. We will teach you how to really master social media. We also include PR. PR is a big one. All these little logos, Huffington Post, Inc., Fast Company, Entrepreneur.com, all that stuff is important for credibility. We go into sales, we go into coaching, and then how to scale even more. 8 weeks, you get a coaching call with me, our mindset coach and our marketing coach every Friday from 1 to 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 hours. So every Friday you can talk to me about your progress, your webinar, your ads, your pitch, your email sequence, your opt-in pages, your sales calls, all of that stuff. Full email access. We actually review your stuff. And, I really want to challenge you guys to show me one program out there right now that reviews your stuff. Who do you work with where you can actually email in your webinar slides, where you can actually email in your opt-in pages and your emails, and anybody actually looks at it? I don't really know anybody. We do that. And why? Because that's one way for us to make sure that you're successful, that what you're creating will actually work. So we review everything for you. There's a Facebook group. And in 8 weeks from now, if you're thinking about results, we want you to be selling. We want you to be on the phone, loving your sales conversations and enrolling new clients in your business. And in 8 weeks from now, you will actually be in New York City at From Passion to Profits Live with us. So at that point, you're already going to be far ahead of the competition. You'll already be, working with clients. And then at the event, we will teach you even more. So at the event, we go deep into the millionaire mindset all day for the first day, breaking through your own limitations, your own limiting beliefs, and really showing you what a millionaire's mind does, how it works, and how you can get there too. Day 2 is all about business systems. It's about hybrid programs, scaling phases, your business model, lead generation, advertising, networking, and more. And then day 3 is all about sales, hiring, leadership, training, and becoming a CEO. One thing I want to tell you before I close out is that when you build your business with me, you're building it in a way that creates as much freedom as possible. Because I don't want you to become a slave. I don't want you to be a business prisoner. And a lot of people out there, they're really prisoners to their business, right? They have a business, but they really have nothing else much. No time, no personal life. And their business becomes their prison, and it becomes a big old job. So I want to help you build this in a way where you have as much freedom as possible. And yeah, that's what's happening there. So questions. What questions do we have? Lots and lots of people are still there on YouTube. So what questions can I answer for you in regards to creating your quantum leap? Facebook, what are we thinking? People are watching. Was this helpful? Who has identified one big thing they can do right away? I gave you some tactical things, right? I gave you some things that will take a little bit longer. But are you taking away some action items? I hope you are. Jenny, create my movie. Yeah, absolutely. If you don't have the movie, you know, the mind movie, create that for yourself. And once the mind movie is ready, then take action and let the intuition guide you. Yeah. Elizabeth, how do you develop more belief in what's really possible for you? You know what? You decide. You really decide. You have to decide. And through all the things I talked about today, your state, your stories, what stories are you telling yourself all day? What state are you in? Are you committed? Are you not committed? Do you believe in the universe or not? All these things, right? And then when good things happen, it's almost like a self-fulfilling prophecy. You know, you make more money than you believe you can make more. Then you hire more people, you believe you can hire more. Then you get more clients, you believe you can actually get more. So, you know, when you don't have anything right now, it's the hardest because you don't have any proof. You have no proof yet. And I know what it's like to be ground zero. Then it's the hardest. That's why when your business starts to get momentum, it's not that difficult to keep it going, but to get the momentum going, when you're acting from a place where you have no proof that you can do anything, then it's the hardest, and I get that. But once you get the momentum going and you say, oh, I did this, I'm pretty cool. Oh, I did that, I'm pretty cool. You know, you gain that confidence over time because you're proving to yourself that you can actually do pretty incredible stuff. So your first step is the hardest one. Dorothy, surrounding yourself with the right people. Yeah, the people, right? If you have people around you that tell you that you can't do it, you have to, sometimes you can, you know, go away from them. Sometimes you cannot. If they're your friends, you can take a sabbatical from the friends for a while. If they're, you know, in your family, you may need to be quiet and just let them talk and not share as much for a while. That's, you know, there's always a way. My mindset is crucial. I have visualized the people who will benefit, and now I have to really push this forward. Yeah. The vision. It seems like the vision is huge. Intuition is huge. Commitment is huge. Yeah, you guys are really getting it. That's awesome. Yes. Who do we have here? Hi, Melissa. You finally catching me live. Yeah, I'm almost done though today. So good. Awesome. Any questions about the event that I can answer for you? Any questions about the program? Again, it's a huge discount this week. We have exactly 2 days and 7 hours left. There's a timer on YouTube. So for the next 2 days and 7 hours, you can enroll in Marketing Mastery for $14.97. The regular price is $5,000. So you're saving $3,500. So a big savings. And the event essentially is free for you. So if you want to come to our event, you can get your ticket for a $99 reservation fee, and then we refund that fee for you when you come live. So amazing opportunities for you to come together and actually meet each other too, right? Not just me, but meet each other, make those you know, incredible connections, and yeah, have some fun. Thank you, Dan, as always. Good. Awesome. So then, yeah, we will be back tomorrow. So tomorrow is our last day. And tomorrow, I want to bring it all together for you and give you an 8-week action plan. Okay, so I will give you, this was all about scaling. So I'll bring it back, right, and summarize for you. Our goal this week was to help you grow and scale your business. So tomorrow, I want to sort of bring it all together. And I want to give you an 8-week action plan. So 8 weeks, what I think you should be doing over the next 8 weeks to get to, you know, 10, 20, 40,000. We did that $40,000 example on day 2 to get your business to grow and scale. And we'll pick and choose some things from all the different trainings we did this week and some new stuff as well. And then I'll leave you to it. And then you have an 8-week plan that you can execute and implement. Work with me and my team, right? Definitely do that. And then come and see us live in October. That's my wish. for you. Hopefully we can make that happen. So again, tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern time, I'll be back here on YouTube. I'll be back on Facebook. Looks like we are almost done. Let's see, one more question. Khadija, Grant, what happens with the marketing if you have not developed a program yet? So if you don't have a program yet, I mean, you can always learn about marketing, but I would say you might be someone who wants to look at our Brand Your Passions program. So we have a complete a curriculum. It's a hybrid program for somebody who is a brand new coach. So if you don't have a brand, if you don't have a niche, if you don't have the systems, the program, the website, if you don't have those foundational pieces done, then take a look at Brand Your Passions. The link is brandyourpassions.com. Melissa can put that below. And that's our entire startup program. So that's what we do all day, every day. We take brand new coaches and we teach them everything they need from start to finish to where you are working as an established coach in your business. So Brand Your Passions will be a better choice for you, for sure. Fida or Fida, sorry for the pronunciation, says, I can't wait to be in New York City with you, Carolyn. Awesome, awesome. Looking forward to seeing you. Yes, yes. Carla, thanks. Amazing call. Okay, lots of thank yous coming in. Perfect. Dorothy on Facebook. Yeah, she was there. Dorothy, was it Vegas? It was Vegas, right? You were in Vegas, so 2017. Yeah, perfect. Great. All right, I kept you long enough. This was a long one, hour and 20 minutes, but I think it was good and I hope it served you. So any feedback, we would love to hear it from you. Come back again tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern time, same place. And yeah, have a beautiful night. Thank you all so much. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.